example is a virtual LAN. So in this way, we're just going to focus more on the establishment of VLAN, virtual local area network. This creates VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. But this is already configured. So these are the codes in configuring on switch 1. And what we need to do now is to configure again new switch. And that would be switch 2. So this is a VLAN 20. And you have this. And you have VLAN 10. Now we are going to configure another virtual area network. Example, you have the switch, and we have the switch. We have the switch here, and you will have to have your PC1, PC6, and we have this one. Now we're going to label the parts. Example, we don't have VLAN 30, so we create VLAN 30 because we know that we already created VLAN 20 in this example. So we have VLAN 40, and we will use connections. You use a straight through cable. So connect to your fast Ethernet, and you connect to your F01, and next is you connect to your fast Ethernet. You connect to your F01 slash 1, and you connect to your F0 fast Ethernet 2 dot slash 1, and you connect your fast Ethernet 3 slash 1. So this switch has only how many Ethernet port? So you have only 4. Okay. And how do we do this? So first, we need to allocate which are the local area network that we will consider. So we have these two. And you have okay. Now we have the connection, but how are we going to configure? So first, you're going to click on the computer, and you're going to configure the gateway example. So since on the other computer or switch, we have created a gateway already, or 2, that's 1. So this is the switch, uh, uh, gateway 0, and you have to go to fast Ethernet, and you're going to connect 192.168.2.1, and this one. You have also to create your gateway, and your Ethernet. You have and you have that one. Check if I put the subnet mask. Okay, good. Now we go now to the other one. We configure the gateway 0 and so now we configure our switch. So for your packet network, so you have to identify which thing you're going to collect. So now we go to the CLI. So this CLI will allow you uh, to set up your VLAN using the switch. So first we need to type enable. Okay, so first we need to try enable, and once you enable, so you need to config, and you just going to press enter, default terminal, and if you want to name your VLAN, example name VLAN 30. So it's here, and we have so first we name example VLAN 20. Okay, so name, okay. So first we name the specific VLAN that we are using. Go to the next, switch to. So we have example auditorium. Exit. Okay, for VLAN 1, so we name AVR. So we put a similar code as before. So we put VLAN 30. So after VLAN 30, so we name VLAN 30 as VR. And after that, we put exit. And another name that we should do is VLAN 40. Oh, ang the window is not seen. Okay, I'll share by window. Okay, this is the one that we are configuring. So again, we start first at VLAN. This is the first code that we type. Switch. You go to CLI, and after you go to CLI, you press enter. And once you see this name switch, you type EN. After EN, you type confi. After confi, you're going to name. You're going to press enter, and you're going to switch. You type the name AVR. That would be for VLAN 30, and exit again. After you name VLAN 30, VLAN, so you need to create another VLAN name 40. And VLAN 40, example, we are now in VLAN 40. We name this as a example office. Okay. So the name of VLAN 40 is Office, and we plan to make PC 6 and PC 7 in the office. And on the other hand, we going to make PC 4 and PC 5 on VLAN 30. And after we name it, so we have to have uh, 40, and we have to exit. So after exit, so what will happen next? So after we exit, we need to check if we have already established the connection. So on this example, on the first one, on switch one, I established already school and gym as your virtual LAN. Okay. Now we are going to check on switch two if we have the same. So for switch 2, we type exit on the CLI, and we need to check if we have configured VLAN. So now, as you see, so we already established VLAN 30 and VLAN 40. So what will happen next is we're going to check uh, and this is the one we write. AVR office is active 3040 VLAN. This is the code that we are having to configure. You start at enable, next configure, enter, and you type the VLAN name that you're going to name. So you have this name, VLAN 30, and VLAN 30 will be for AVR, and VLAN 40 will be for Office. Now, what will happen next is we have the next one. So we have so after we know that we configure, so what we will do next is to separate the network by using the following code again. So you're just going to press enter here, enter, 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 until you go to the switch command. And once you go to the switch command, so you need to configure. You type config and enter. And once you configure, the next code that you're going to type is similar to the one that we created. So we have a switch port access VLAN. So we have a switch port access. We have VLAN 30. So we have enter, switch port access. Why is it not? Okay. Before we convert this, so we need to check the interface. Okay. So what is the interface here? What is the interface? So we have fast Ethernet F01, F0/1. So that's the interface. So what you're going to do or switch to, you're going to configure interface F0/1. So now we're going to type switch port. So you allow access for your VLAN 30 because PC4 is in VLAN 30, so you will put VLAN 30 and you press enter. So you already set up VLAN 30 for this, and you going to have your exit. Okay, so exit. After you exit, you do a similar code, configure interface F. What's this? This was a fast Ethernet 1/1. So that's you're going to type. So enter config interface F1, and that's it. You have, and you type switch port access VLAN 30. So since you have PC5 and PC4 and VLAN 30, and you have to exit the same way, the same with the others. This one, what's this? So this is 2/1. So you have 2/1. So type interface 2/1. Sorry, you have to put F, and you have to enter. Once you have your interface, you type switch port, access, VLAN 40, and you have to exit. And for the second one, put interface F3. So you have this setup, and you again type switch port, access, VLAN 40, and you have to exit. And now we know that we already finished the setup. And I think, okay, so we just need to exit, and that's it. So that's how you set up your virtual LAN in Circuit Packet Tracer, in Cisco Packet Tracer. So how do we know that we have the correct setup? In this way, so you have set up your VLAN. So it shows that you are connected already. So as you know, you see that you have here fast Ethernet 0/1 is VLAN 30, uh, and you also have VLAN 40 on the other side. So you have two computers and this one. And on this one, you have also VLAN 10, and you have VLAN 20. So that's it. That's how you set up virtual LAN. And for our routing protocol, so we save this. So I will open. Okay, so I will open my this one. So we will wait first so that all will be green. So what you know on this example is that we have connected using your serial. So your serial address is after all your IP address that is allocated. So you're going to put a serial communication between two router. So the serial routing should be after all of your IP address allocation. So on the same time, at the same time, so as you notice, so you have 226 on this side, and you have maximized the number to 252. So as you discovered, so everything that you click will appear on your CLI. So meaning it's like using the same as this one, but we are using the interface. So now we are already checking that we have already communicate them. So we'll try if I have a simple simulation here. Wala. Oh, not responding. Okay, so we have some of the packets that is already been before. So we try to check how this works. So we'll try to play. So PC2, the color will determine if they are connected to one computer. If it is check, meaning the data was transferred. If it is X, meaning it's not allowed to send that data, or there's no routing implemented. So this is how internetworking of packets happen between one building to another building. So likewise, this one is from another building, the router, and the other case. So it's divided into two departments on each. So we have the communication there. So any observation that you identify? So for your project, it's similar that you're going to do for this scenario. So what you're going to put is just to, I will have it in a small example, because this one, it would take too long to finish this simulation. Okay, we end. Okay. So there's another one that I sent one sample file for you to check. We have this one. So the next example is the one that is like similar to the module, the one we solved. As you notice, you could add more computer here. This is only one computer. And if you're going to simulate now, possibly it's going to fail because there's still no connection. So they are still restarting, or the router and the switch are not yet, still hot. So now for your first gym, as you notice, we use 192.168.0 to 254, meaning all items on 192.1 is already finished. So because we ended at 255 or 256 already, so what will happen next is we cannot use anymore, or it's going to collide to 2. So as you notice, we are already connected. So it's all green. So now, auditorium. So if you check gym, so you have IP address of 192.168.1. That is your IP address with Cedar notation 24, and your gateway is 192.168.1.100. So Now we have this one, and we are finished. Okay, so we try to simulate if I have simulation here. Okay, there is. So I want to add this one. Hopefully they meet just one only, and this one, this, and we start. So as you notice, there is inter networking between two uh, routers. Now, if your router cannot pass through information to another one, there will be a problem in the connection. So, okay, you try to track red letter envelope, and it's going to go to the next department or to your nearest neighbor. So she noticed red go to letter in auditorium, and this one will go back to the gym. So there's a reply after me read to it reached to the auditorium, and the symbol would be supposed to be checked, meaning they already have successful connection on this side. That's how you perform simulation on network packet tracer, and these are the gateway that we use. Now we finish. So how do we know? So we use what? So we use fast Ethernet as your two gateway here, 0.0 and 0.1, and you connect your gateway is dot 2, and this one is dot 1. So this connects to your fast Ethernet 0 and fast Ethernet 1. So both of them have different gateway but only one router. At the same time, similar to this one, which also connect to a different uh, gateway, and this one is another gateway also. Yes, another gateway. So two gateways in one router. And what the thing is, how do we implement static routing? So on this side, I implement router 1. So how do I communicate to another computer? So we use routing protocol here, static routing protocol. So all addresses starting from 1.0.1 via this one. So this one is your serial, okay? As you know, serial communication. This one, serial. So router 1 is 226, while router 0 is 225. Why is it outside the network? Because this one is still one small, you will get only two address, so you need not to get the whole one. So that's why the address was allocated for the two routers, and also for the serial IP address. So outside the 224 is the IP address of the two serial communication. And static routing is done if you're going to okay, example, Since the router 192.2.224 is here, so 224.192, this one is auditorium, and gym is small value only, and office you have 2204 also, I think. So this would allow connection between all the gateway. So if you don't put this, so you will have a disconnection. So you could remove it. Uh, Remember to start with the first calculation that we have. So this one from Kamsi Gym, that is the address. And then next is auditorium. So that is that's 0. So you have this, and you have also by the way, this one is wrong, so we change this. So remove. So 192.168.0. Is it 128 or 25? So now you're going to connect to your serial. So since this one RO0, serial 0, so you go to this one. So meaning this allow connection from this side, this side, this side, this side, and also routing on this side. So then you press add. Then you have now added one of these protocol. So let's try removing the others. So if this is your router 1, communicate with router this, and gym. So if you remove this, or the second one, so you could not be able to communicate to the gym because there's no routing protocol implemented. So this is the purpose of the static routing on our topic this day. At the same time, you also have on the other side, you go to routing protocol static, and you have this. Now, the implementation is based on router 0, and this is router 1. So meaning you're going to communicate to your serial BCE at 226. So this one is correct. So on this side 2, but on this side you already have this side connected student, and also you have the office connection. So that's static routing protocol, and virtual LAN now is being implemented. So any more questions regarding our laboratory? Hello?
None, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And we will end our lecture and laboratory this day. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow we will try to finish the two lectures and you will have your online test afterwards. Stop recording.